It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And we'll see this team's superstar wide receiver. And with him, any catch could be a big one. He's the NFL leader in touchdown receptions. This should be a good one to watch.
What better way to start off the afternoon than with some football, huh? It's time to get things started here on the NFL on EA Sports. Hey, football fans, glad to have you all with us early in this NFL season. It's Kate Scott and Brock Heward with you, and we've got a couple of teams here, Brock, on much different trajectories here early in the opening third of this calendar.
But we're a part of the season, and you know this, partner. The records could still be deceiving, right? So don't look at that win-loss column and immediately say this one's a landslide. Some teams start a little slow before they surge. Some start fast, have some injuries, and we know what happens over a long season. But that picture, it's going to become a little more clear today.
An undefeated start against a winless Skid. Let's see if this week goes chalk or if it's an upset brewing in week 4. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. So here comes their offense for its opening drive. And we'll get a chance to see someone still in the early stages of their career, this third-year QB.
Two numbers that a lot of people were focused on from his performance last week. That would be 3 and 0, as in touchdowns and interceptions. That's a quarterback who was efficient, aggressive in the right spots, but he took great care of the football. And, of course, well, he cares less about those two numbers. He's more about the alphabet, like that letter W, picking up the win in that ball game.
They'll begin with a run by Mixon. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
Man in motion here. Going to the ground again on first. And he goes out. Just needed one more step there to reach midfield. We get a look at his rushing numbers from last week here. What he was able to do in support of that win. Second and 3 now. Shotgun now for Stroud. Completed to Collins. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. That one ends up a gain of 6. And they're going to have a first down. To the air, Stroud. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up. Trying again, following the sack. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be third down. Here we go. Looking to throw, Stroud. He throws a bullet down the right sideline. And they really went for it on third down, didn't they? But the heave falls incomplete. Now they're facing fourth down.
You know, I love this, Kate, from an offense. Just philosophically, stretching that secondary out with your tight end. Even still, one of the deeper targets you're going to see him get. It's a shame they couldn't quite connect.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And the downhill charge gets there and touches this one right at the 14. So here's their offense, taking over for the first time here. And it's their fifth-year quarterback leading the charge.
Some tough luck last week for this quarterback, Kate. 2 touchdowns, the 1 interception, and you just know the way it works. These coaches love to tell us they always think about the losses. They sting way more than the wins. It's the same thing with the quarterback. He's not thinking about the touchdowns. He's thinking about correcting that interception and knowing right here he's got to play some clean ball.
Lawrence starting with a throw. Play didn't break how they wanted it, and he throws this away. Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. Out of the gun, a give to ETN. And he stopped. Now we'll wait to hear what this flag is all about.
Holding offense.
A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. Offense to the line for second down. Running it after the penalty. And this one doesn't go far. It's a 3-yard gain for him. That leaves 3rd and 14 now.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
ETN gets it on the draw. And he's going to be brought down at the 18-yard line. An 8-yard gain, but still left with 4th and a bunch.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
This is Cook on to punt it away. And I imagine they were hoping they wouldn't need to bring him out so soon into this game. Coming off 4 punts in that loss, and he boots his first of this game away. And little to nothing on that return as the coverage team gets to him. Big kick on that one, 62 yards. And it's going to be their football coming up. Markers reset, ball at the 37. First and 10, a run to Mixon. And he'll bowl his way ahead for a 4-yard pickup.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
It's Mixon on second down. And they wrap him up after a short push to the 42. Just 1 yard on the play, though. That leaves him with 3rd down and 6 to go.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stroud. Connection made to Dell. And he'll be brought down a step or 2 shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. They'll come up 1st and 10. Back to throw, Stroud. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie out of Colorado. And he adds some yards to the pick before they bring him down.
I've not yet in my lifetime come across a defender who hasn't told me how great an offensive player they were back in the day. Oh, you should have seen me as a running back or wide receiver. Well, right there, that defender showed some of that background. A brilliant job of getting into the open field and setting his offense up for success.
So here comes this offense for its 2nd series of the game. And it's an interesting game for both they and their rivals across from them, Brock, getting a key division matchup so early in this season. Completed over the middle. And they get there to take him down right around the 41.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down, well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. And the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
No, it's not a running back, but it's a receiver carrying across the market, Kate. I'm not even calling this a trick play anymore. It's about maximizing your resources and your asset, and this receiver shows you he can be a tool as a running back.
On 1st and 10, here's Lawrence. Oh, what a stiff arm. And he takes it across the 30 before heading out.
The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. That picked up a good chunk, and it was nearly a big play.
Lawrence now off the play action. Still on his feet. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
That right there is one of the biggest differences between the NFL and college game. Heck, the high school and Pop Warner game. Because when you break away from a sack at those lower levels, big things happen. But at this level, this big boy league, just because you get out of one guy's arms doesn't mean you're safe anytime soon.
On 3rd down, they'll go with Chubb. And he's able to take this one in for the touchdown. These guys take a 6-0 lead in the 1st quarter. So great work by the running back there, Brock. Found just a little bit of space, and he took advantage all the way for 6.
Big time. I mean, so big time. You know, and you hear running back coaches, Kate, say this. They'll say slow to explode through. And he explodes all the way for the touchdown.
Little tacks on the extra point. And his guys will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Our home team, nothing.
On now is Cook to kick this away. Starting from the 5. And this drive will start inside the 25. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Come on. Set. Trap 60. Hey, check that. Street. Hook.
Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
Stroud to throw again on 2nd. Caught by his back. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Okay, I know exactly what's going to happen. I've seen it once. I've seen it 100 times. Next week on the practice field, this running back's going to say, see, I'm not just a running back. I can play receiver. And you receivers, you couldn't do my job, but I just showed you I could do yours.
Let's go.
One quarter down in this all-AFC South contest. 7-0 is our score. We'll get back to the action in just a moment. Welcome back. We're all set to start the second. Offense already out to resume its drive. They'll try to attack this deficit starting with 1st and 10. Staying between the tackles with Mixon. And he's officially into enemy territory now. They're going to give him the opposing 49. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
You know, the elite running backs in this league, they don't just see what's right in front of them. You set up big runs like this because they see what's behind them. That's called extraordinary vision and extra yards.
18, Pioneer. Warrior 70. Check go.
First down, Stroud. That one's cut along the left sideline. And he takes it inside the 35 before heading out. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And it'll give him a first down.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Here's first and 10 from the 34.
19, set, ready. Check, Bobcat. Street.
Putting a receiver in motion.
Hut, hut.
A handoff for Mixon, running right. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid gain, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
They send a receiver in motion right. From the 28. And he makes the catch. Did he get both feet in? No. Oh, so close to 6. Incomplete. That last call not sitting well with D'Amico Ryans. He's going to make them review it.
The previous play is under review.
Well, we can see he made the catch. He definitely has possession. But did both of those feet hit down in the end zone?
Yeah, get that zoom button ready to go. Get the magnifying glass. Was there any green right between his feet and that end line? That's what they're going to be looking for in the replay booth.
All right, so that challenge is unsuccessful, but still a chance to earn a 3rd one if their next challenge leads to an overturned call.
19, Lion. Ready.
Stroud now on 3rd. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. Trying to find his tight end. And 4th and 4 coming up. Everly's kick is good. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
A dependable kicker, man. That is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Now this offense ready to head back out. They aren't even quite sure what this team is going to settle in as this season, Brock, but already this is an important contest for them that could have postseason implications down the line. 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. That pass caught by Strange. And he's able to move it past the 45 before going out. That's 16 on the pickup. And that'll be a first down.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset. They'll come up 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Lawrence to throw it. Too far out of the back of the end zone it goes, incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6. And that'll bring up Doug Peterson with that veteran coaching eye. Thinks he saw something. He's got the challenge flag out. Oh, this one is really close, Brock. Did he establish possession and then get both feet down?
Yeah, maintaining possession while being a ballerina, not always easy. A lot to look at here, but I know he thinks he's got a touchdown.
All right, so that challenge is unsuccessful, but still a chance to earn a third one if their next challenge leads to an overturned call. 2nd and 10. Here's Lawrence. It's taken in by Washington. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15.
Kate, when Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s versus man on a drag route, run away. You see zone coverage, settle down, give your quarterback his numbers, and you can find a completion just like that.
And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
1st down, and they go right back to him. And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9. Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. From the shotgun, Lawrence. And look at the footwork there. Touchdown! Wow, just fantastic work there. Tiptoeing along the back line. The concentration was there. Great catch for 6.
Yeah, the concentration and the body control. I don't know how these receivers do it in this day and age. There's no space to work with, yet they have such an awareness to secure it first, to tap dance the line, and go get that touchdown.
Hey, reload, bring it, smash.
Little able to connect on the point after. And these guys drive their lead to 11. On now is Cook to kick this away. Returning it from the 4. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Go!
Stroud off the play fake. Escapes the pocket. And they get to him way behind the line on this one and take him down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Another try following the sack. Tight end reels in the shallow throw. And he'll get this up to the 18-yard line.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
That brings us to the 2-minute warning.
Ready.
Let's see what they went with on 3rd down.
Hawk 70. 19 tight. Hut.
Here's Stroud. Caught on the comeback route.
I'll be honest with you, Kate. As you grow and develop as a quarterback, your arm gets stronger. These comebacks can be one of your favorite throws in your arsenal. Because if you trust yourself and you throw it before that defender breaks, you know there's yards to be had on the perimeter.
Offense staying out there. It's 4th and 1.
Let's go now. Ready.
They're going for this. He finds him beyond the marker. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. They stun the defense with a gain of 14 on 4th down and pick up the 1st.
Oh, I love 4th downs. It just brings out the very best, and you get to see how you handle the most pressure, and it turns out, well, they handled it pretty darn well, and now they'll keep pushing.
Collins there to grab it. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26. It's a 26-yard pickup there. And that'll give them a 1st down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
To the line we go. They're set, 1st and 10.
Ready, ready. Check smash, check smash. Buffalo 18. Get up.
To the air yet again. It's Stroud. That throw behind his intended target.
Well, you certainly want those throws to be automatic. Every team, if you're going to be efficient, you got to hit those passes in the short to intermediate zone to effectively move the ball in this league.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Shotgun now for Stroud. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. And they bring him down after the pick and decent return.
Well, that's now his 2nd time that he's put his defense in a tough spot. That's a hard thing about playing quarterback, Kate. You know, with these interceptions and now the 2nd on the day, you're asking your defense again to step up to another series, another possession, another challenge. This quarterback's got to start protecting the football.
The visitors and this running back headed back out for a new series. They're out and set, 1st and 10. And we're down inside a minute to play in the half, but that's enough time to get a drive together. And no look there, and that throw falls to the ground. Looking for the back that time. So 2nd down coming up. Lawrence working from the gun. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Timing is everything in life, and timing is everything defensively. That throw was just a little bit late and gave the defense time to close, deliver a pop, and knock that ball loose.
And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
You love a huddle? Okay, you really do. You love a huddle full of guys like this who just know how to keep the drive moving forward. There's some trust there. He's going to get the job done, and he's going to get another shot, I would guess, down the line.
On the move, past the 40. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs.
Ready up.
So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35. 1st down throw, Lawrence. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete. He can't hang on to the pass. And now they face 2nd down. Out of the gun, Lawrence. This one falls incomplete. A good defensive play breaks that one up. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. Sticking in the air with Lawrence. Can't find anyone open, and he's forced to throw it away.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on 3rd down? They chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
Coming off the edge, and it's blocked. Now they can move with it, scooped in, finds a seam, left side, is off to the races. He makes it in for the touchdown. Fairbairn now for the PAT. Extra point sent right down the middle. And his guys cut the lead down to 4. Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Probably looking at our final snap of the half here on 1st down. He's back to throw. And he's not going to get something done. They take him down. So that's how our first half's going to end. A momentum-building play for their defense.
Visitors 14, our home team 10.
All right, Kate, we'll get back to you and Brock in a bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. We'll get started up at Lucas Oil Stadium in the capital city of Indianapolis. And they are nearing halftime with the Steelers out in front. The Steelers trying to finish that one off and claim victory. From there, we head down south to Atlanta. Check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And they've got the lead in their ball game over the visiting New Orleans Saints. The Falcons locked in a tight one, but this is a game you feel they've got to have. Finally, let's get up to the place they call Titletown, Green Bay, Wisconsin, to see what's happening with the Packers. As you can see, the score there in the second quarter. The Vikings trying to gut this one out, as it would be a good victory for them if they could get it. These two teams heading out of the tunnel. We're ready to get back to it. For the call of the second half, here is the great Kate T. Scott. Kate, these two teams making their final adjustment for the second half ahead. It's time to get back at it. For the call, let's rejoin Kate Scott and Brock Hewer.
Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. Brings in the kick at the 9. And this will give them decent field position. The return gets out to the 30. So their offense will have it first to begin quarter number 3. And things are looking good to snap that 3-game losing streak that they came in on, Brock. They've got the lead here. First and 10 now from the 30. Here's ETN to begin the drive. And he cuts it back right. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. That goes for 36 yards. And that gives them the first. So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35. Here's a give on the jet sweep. And the hit stops him cold. Wow, he maybe got back to the line. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10. From the gun, ETN gets it. Oh, he drops a cut to the right sideline. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that third down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
First down from the red zone. Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. So it'll be 2nd down. Lawrence throwing here. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And it's a turnover. The defense has it.
Well, sure, you're looking to try to get a first down on 2nd down. You're trying to create a manageable 3rd down, but I'll tell you what you're not trying to do, ever, is give the ball away. And that's what the offense does to the defense right there.
The home team's headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And as we can see here, it hasn't been the easiest game for him to operate out there, right? Number of rough moments for him. This defense able to pick him off twice to highlight their performance against him. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Here we go, set. Hut, hut.
Nixon on the counter. And he can only get a lone yard. Took a couple of guys to haul him down near the line.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. When we look back at this one, Brock, it is going to be defensive highlight after defensive highlight. And there again, the examples, they just keep coming.
The physical play has been the trademark, really, from the first snap through this second half. There have not been many just uncontested, clean, efficient plays. Every effort's been answered, and that's why that scoreboard's not been lit up.
Throw right side. Dell has it. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your third downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4. Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. Taken in by Pierce. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. That play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps the stride moving. A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. Blitz coming for Stroud. Setting up the screen. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. Now after making that catch, we see he's shaken up. Trainer's heading out to take a look. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Stroud throwing here on first. Ooh, almost a throw that cost him. Defender had it in his hands, but he dropped it. It's incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
That was it. That was their chance to escape this series. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points, and that was their ticket off the field. Unfortunately, he just couldn't quite hang on.
An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
Complete beyond the marker. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. He picks up 15 on the play. And it'll give him a 1st down.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of third downs just like that.
He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Handoff now to the receiver. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. We've got a break in the action. Looks like someone was shaken up on the play. Medical personnel out now to attend to him. Running with Mixon out of the gun. And he's able to push this down to the 12. That's 7 yards on the run. Still 6 to go on 3rd.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
Man in motion, out of the slot. Throwing on 3rd down, Stroud. Got him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! Oh, they got it back. They can try and salvage something. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. Almost the impact play this defense was searching for, but they could only get half the job done, partner. Fumble forced, but they couldn't recover.
I'll tell you what else it forces, though. That coordinator, that play caller on the other side, now got a little bit of doubt about his ball handlers. Got to have better ball security than that. inspiring a bunch of confidence in himself right there, Kate. Second time they brought him out for a field goal, and second time, well, he's knocked it right through. Trust is earned in a number of different ways on the field. That's the best way to gain it as a kicker.
Things trim back down to a single point, Brock, as they send this off and away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. This offense ready to get going again now. And they know they let points slip away with that fumble in the red zone, Brock. They're looking to get him back here. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Now it's Lawrence. Throw reeled in by Allen. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. It's a gain of 12 there. And it sets up 1st down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Got Washington. It's complete. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Now Lawrence on the play fake. He put everything he had in. This is caught inside the 15. And that is a touchdown. Well, no doubt about it, Brock. That was a route they worked on in practice, and it manifested in a touchdown when the downs counted here.
And no doubt about it, Kate, you grew up watching and celebrating Jerry Rice running that exact route, didn't you?
Yes, sir. You know it. You know it.
He was so good at it. Every receiver could do it some of the time, but Jerry and the best of them, they do it all the time, just like that one right there.
Little tacks on the extra point. And these guys grow their lead to 8.
21, our home team, 13.
On now is Cook to kick this away. Return coming from the 6. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Their offense ready to take the field now. And the open lanes, the beautiful windows that he no doubt dreamt about before this game, Brock, well, they just haven't been there. It's almost like the defense challenged itself between the pass rush and the secondary. Who could make more big plays here?
Yeah, you're talking about the difference between the practice field and then the reality of this game. Sacks, interceptions. And while we won't be the final judge on which area of this defense has been the biggest winner, we do know who the loser's been, the quarterback, who's had to deal with an excellent defensive showing.
A give to Mixon up the middle. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. We'll get a stoppage now. Looks like we have someone banged up after that run in need of some attention. From the gun, Stroud. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
Oh, brother, it's another interception. And it's a touchdown as he brings it back for the pick 6. He not only broke on it to make the pick, Brock, but he was on the move real quick. Knowing short field, there's a great chance that he could take that one back for a touchdown.
That's exactly right. In this area of the field, an offense really only gets a second or two to react to that pick and get over and cut off his lanes. And if you don't, well, it's 6 the other way.
Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick 6. His return starts at the 5. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They'll begin with a run by Mixon. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
You call that first down running play. You don't always expect to get those kind of yards. They'll take that every single time.
Stroud off the play fake. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And they make the stop. We're going to say it about the 37-yard line. It's a 21-yard gain. And they'll have first down. Markers reset, ball at the 37. This is the end of the third quarter. This one not out of reach quite yet, but it is a two-score game to begin the fourth. Markers reset, ball at the 37.
Let's go now.
Here's Stroud on 1st and 10. Schultz with the catch. Brushes him off with ease.
Ineligible receiver downfield. Offense.
Would have liked to have kept that big play, but the officials and penalties say no, and it's got to come back. So after the 5 yards are marched off, here's 1st and 15.
79 Bronco.
Throwing is Stroud. Mechie hauls it in. And they make the stop. We're going to say it about the 37-yard line.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
Ready. Warrior 70.
2nd and 10 now. He's throwing deep to the left side. Oh, no, they get him yet again. And he adds some yards to the pick before they bring him down.
4 picks, 1 game. Yeah, I get it. They've not all been his fault, but it isn't any easier to stomach. For the sake of his mental game, I think it's about time to limit things to short, easy passes or simply take him off this field altogether.
And all he can get is 1 yard. Ran that right into the defensive front. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Inside handoff goes to Etienne. He cuts it to the right sideline. Escapes a defender. And he finally ends up out of bounds after a huge gain. It's a huge pickup on the play. And they're going to have a first down. So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35. Going to the ground again on 1st. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
2nd and 13. Little off center. His man just couldn't adjust to it. Looking for his wide receiver there. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. Here's Lawrence to throw. That's taken in by Etienne. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. What a play on 3rd and 13, and this drive will indeed continue.
Let's go.
They toss it to Chubb. Broke through the tackle. And he got what he could there, only to the 14. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7. Lawrence working from the gun. Looking end zone, but touchdown denied. Knocked away, incomplete. Took his shot at 6 that time. And that means 3rd down coming up.
You know, down here in the red zone where there's a touchdown on the line, you really want to read the quarterback's eyes as a defender. Make sure you know where that throw is going and get in position to swat it away. That is what...
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown. These guys making a 3-score game in the fourth. Well, as they drive forward to what right now looks like it should be a win, Brock. He sure has taken advantage of a nice little chance to boost his stat line. His second touchdown of the game.
Yeah, you just kind of feel these two building some trust, right? Just more and more equity. Certainly paying dividends in this one, but more than likely for more games to come.
On now is Cook to kick this away. Here's a return from the 7. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Here comes their offense out again. And Brock, I know the goal is always points every drive, but I think just as big a goal, got to play clean football here. You cannot give it away for a third consecutive possession.
Yeah, we call that rebuilding some confidence in yourself as a group, right? Just to execute without the mistakes. Pros, you can shake off a turnover with ease, but back-to-back, even the seasoned vets have a little trouble getting past that.
He tucks it and takes off. And he's going to go out of bounds. Looks a little short of the 35.
Well, the QB made something happen and got some yardage when the play didn't develop right, and even got himself out of bounds to avoid a hit. The only negative at all is he couldn't quite get the first down.
19 Lions.
From the 34. Too much lead on that throw. That falls incomplete ahead of his target.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered Cade on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down.
Ready.
Shotgun now for Stroud. Complete to Dell. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
First down, Stroud. And the man is there to knock that away. That one firmly denied by the man in coverage. And now it's second down. To the air yet again, it's Stroud. Connects with Mechie. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. May still have 2 to work with in this final quarter. First and 10 from the 41.
Here we go.
Now they'll throw out of the gun. Quick slant here to Kirk. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. It appears all that prep work and studying that you quarterbacks love to do in the build-up to the game, Brock, it has certainly paid off. This guy has picked apart this defense much of the contest.
This is one of those games you appreciate. There's going to be peaks, there's going to be valleys, going to be mountaintops. Just like pitchers don't have all their stuff every time out, well, when you do and you're electric.
And he's in. Touchdown! These guys get it back to within 2 possessions. They are taking the offense off. All right, leaving them out, trying for 2. Now they send their back in motion right. It's caught. And he's going to cross for the score. They trim that deficit down to 14. Well, not the way they drew it up, partner, but when it works, who cares? They didn't defend the check down throw, and it's open for 2.
I could still remember one of my first red zone days way back when. Touchdown to check down. Touchdown to check down. Now, I know it's not a touchdown, but this check down, well, it was a valuable 2 points.
This offense getting all set for this series. And taking a look at these highlights, Brock, just a reminder of the type of game that they have had throwing the football. It really has been the key to their success.
Yeah, they've just not only stayed on schedule here, Kate. Man, they've made some music, right? Great rhythm.
And he gets to the end zone. Touchdown. These guys have likely locked up the win right there. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
On now is Cook to kick this away. Starting from the 5. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The offense headed back to the field. They really have the passing game clicking on that last touchdown drive, partner. We'll see if they stick with that or if they mix things up a bit on this series. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. That one's cut along the left sideline. They strike for 23 yards. And it'll give him a 1st down.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
All right, one more snap before the 2-minute warning. Stroud throwing here on 1st. Dell with the grab. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short.
Tag. Trap low 80. Smash, smash. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. Ready.
From the 43. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth, but a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
Third and long for him here. That's grabbed inside the 30. And he will take this in. Touchdown. These guys get it back to within 2 possessions. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
Point after, up and good by Fairbairn. And his guys get it back to a 14-point game. So even after the score, they're still down 2 possessions. Time not exactly on their side as they try this onside kick. And they get it here and recover the onside kick.
Illegal touching. Offense.
Timing's so important for a team to recover its own onside kick, but jumped the gun there before it went 10 yards, and that drew the flag. New set of downs for him from the 46.
Let's go now.
Here's Chubb up the middle. don't get anything there. Several defenders nearby to hold him up. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Again, it's Chubb. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. Timeout taken by the defense. They're second. And they'll have just one left to burn now.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
On 3rd down, they'll go with Chubb. And they get him down after a quality pickup to about the 36. The defense takes its 3rd and final timeout. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now. Only need the length of the football. It's 4th and inches. They're going to try with ETN. And they take him down right along the 30. They come through with 6 yards there, Brock, and they're rewarded with a new set of downs. Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on 1st down. So something to be proud of, Brock, as they come away with a win. And they take their first skirmish with their division rivals, with a chance at a sweep awaiting them later in the year in their building. So for my partner, Brock Heward, and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott, saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody. It was a great effort from our winners as we say thanks for watching and have a great rest of your day.